I'm Darren Henry, the Kids Biz Educator, and we tuned into the Jokes Podcast.
Darren Henry, also known as D Love, you hear me? Also known as the Kids Biz Educator in the building. Appreciate you for pulling up and josing me, dog. How you living?
God is good, bro. I appreciate you, man. Much success to what you're doing, man. And I'm super excited about this.
Appreciate you, bro. And it's been a long time coming. You did. We were supposed to link up.
Yeah.
Bro, when I first seen you drop a book, like, it touched my heart. You know what I'm saying? So I really was like, nigga, like, we gotta promote this.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's big, and then it's not just a book. Like you could drop a biography or whatever like that, but you touching the kids, man. And that's what really matters. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying my best, bro. God using me as good as possible, bro. But you know, timing is everything. So you know, as soon as I was able to pop out, I definitely had to give you a call.
Facts.
Yeah.
So you're an educator and you're a published author. You know what I'm saying? Your book is on 145 platforms across the world, including like United States, Argentina, the United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, London, Canada, Japan, Sweden, Spain, etc. You know what I'm saying? How that work as far as like converting the languages and stuff?
Honestly and truly, bro, is my publishing company, Black and White Productions. Miss Nikki, she's heaven sent for real, man. Real God-fearing woman. Every time I talk about her, I say that first because she really helped me understand, like, you put God into these books and it's go flourish. You know what I mean? But she get me on every platform.
So before you actually started, did you find a publisher before you know what I'm saying, started writing
stuff?
So
what I actually did was I actually like sent my ideas out to a few publishing companies, and I had a few. I had people in DC, Cali, Seattle, Miami, but Houston really stuck with me because Miss Nikki, she's from New Orleans, and with her being from New Orleans, it kind of like helped me understand about home. So it gave me a home felt feeling, and I just really went with my instincts and trusted God for real.
So how do you go about finding a publishing company?
So it was kind of difficult, but like whatever obstacle, you know what I mean, I feel like you go overcome it. So basically, I just had to do my research. Me doing my research, it just helped me understand that they had different publishing companies that was willing to accept people ideas and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, because you have to pay your publishers. You know what I mean? People think that you don't have to pay because you're signed to a publishing company, but you're paying for the services. And what publishing companies do is they edit your work. So all I'm really they edit it. They what else do? They send your stuff off to everybody. So with them sending my stuff off to all these different platforms, that's the reason why I was able to be on all these different platforms. I don't have to do none of the foot traffic and the groundwork. I make the phone calls. So all I'm responsible for is just the words.
So I see like it's a lot of people, they write or whatever, but they can never like get a publishing company or publishing deal. How does that work as far as like how would you so how were you able to find like a publishing company?
And just put myself out there, man. You know, just being fearless, relentless, like, and being determined and consistent with wanting somebody to, because I understood the services of a publishing company. Like when you can actually publish your book yourself independently, but I just feel like you're already putting a lot of work into the book, and then when you do that means you have the independent artists, I say artists because it remind me of music, but independent authors, they have to also basically like get in touch with the illustrator and stuff like that. So it's like when you have a publishing company, they already doing all that work for you.
So you said it remind you of music. Like compare and contrast being an author to artist.
Authors and artists, they like, you know, they have royalty checks, they have meet and greets, signings, those kind of things. It's like the music industry is really the same thing as being an author for real, because you need an agent. You need a lot of people can go independent if they choose. A lot of people can either get a publisher, and to me the publisher is just like a record label. You know what I mean?
So, all right, let's take it back. Let's go to your upbringing.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You grew up in Algiers, right?
Right.
How was your upbringing?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I really lived a good life. Like, you know, I played basketball. I attended Walker from like 7th grade to 10th grade. Then I attended CAR from 11th to 12th grade. So just I was a hooper. You know what I mean? I was a hooper, man. And it's, my family, God-fearing family. My mom taught us at a very young age that we had. So I'm very family oriented. Definitely involved within anything that my family is involved in, and they really my motivation for everything I do, for real. Like, I want to be the person to bring financial freedom to my family.
What type of stuff did you see, like, growing up? Like, what was like
every
day, you know what I'm saying?
Man, just living in New Orleans, you see a lot of gruesome things at an early age, but you are the company you keep. You know what I'm saying? So at a very young age, it helped me understand that, man, just stick to basketball, because you know your hooping friends ain't really, you get what I'm saying? And if they is, they not really around you like that. So just stay out the way and focus on basketball. So growing up, I saw a lot of things I wasn't supposed to see, but I also saw a lot of things that helped install the person that I am. Like my mom, like, she allowed us to be independent at an early age, but she also still helped us understand life. Like, for example, my family go to church every Sunday, but mom's was like, if you don't go to church, you gotta go to Bible study. You get what I'm saying? If you don't go to Bible study, you come into church. You know what I mean? So it helped me understand at an early age, like, you don't always have to go to church to get God, but as long as God is installed in you, then you're able to do a lot more with that than other people that, you know, that don't have that discipline.
So you was brought up in a church, or in a church environment at a young age?
I was.
And that basically made you like more positive and stuff like that?
That helped me through a lot of dark days. You know what I mean? Like, being a kid from New Orleans, you gotta grow up fast, and these streets is fast, and you could lose yourself in these streets. So it's like, God was, like, me being a God-fearing man and my family being God-fearing, that helped me understand, like, even though you're covered, stay out of certain situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we don't just call on God when we need help, we call on God every day. You know, so it taught me a lot. It really helped form the man that I am right now.
So at what point did you decide, like, you know what, I'm gonna be an educator? Because I seen you were actually a teacher assistant for 2 years. At what point, first, what made you, because, you know what I'm saying, when we're applying for jobs, you can apply for code pep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What made you feel like, you know what, I'm gonna go deal with these kids because they need me?
Man, that's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I'm saying? And I always been a fearless person, so new opportunities never steered me away. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Smothers Academy, man. That school really did a lot for me. And at some point, I felt like I ain't give that school enough credit like I was supposed to. You know what I mean? Because I was a teacher assistant, and I was also a long-term substitute, but I was also the head basketball coach. So I was very involved in the school, and it taught me that you could really change your community by just being who you are. These kids not gonna just listen to anybody. You know what I mean? They gonna listen to people that they're able to relate to. So with me coming in class and they actually seeing where I'm from and, you know, who I am and how I carry myself, you know what I mean? Like, I let my children know I was dealing with second grade math. So I let them know at an early age, like, ain't nothing wrong with being a gentleman. Being a gentleman is actually cool. Like, it's cool. It's okay to open doors. It's okay to speak. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to always be so hard, so gangster. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna say, like my dad said, like, it's okay to be gangster, but it's a damn shame not to have no class. You know what I'm saying? So I always installed that into myself, like, have class, man. And I installed that into my kids. So me falling into the school system just taught me that I could be a role model to these kids. I could actually touch these kids a way that their parents couldn't, you know?
Yeah.
And that really kept me there for a minute.
And you know, like a lot of kids growing up, they don't really look at their parents. Like, they don't look up to them, you know what I'm saying? They always look outside. So by you being like one of the people who's showing them, like, you know what I'm saying, basically what your parents telling you is not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing.
Right.
It makes it so much easier. So growing up for you, who was some of your bigger influences?
Man, Uncle Ronald. Shout out to Uncle Ronald for allowing us to be able to shoot here today. You know, I call him my godfather because I feel like God put that man in my life for a reason. Major influence on my life. Major influence. Rico Rhodes, like that's my brother. I call him my blood brother, but he was actually my mentor. Like he took me in as his brother when he was in his early 20s. So he didn't even understand life, but he understood that I needed somebody that I could relate to, that I could listen to. So with him being like really talented in basketball, that was our way of connecting. And ever since then, man, that's like without those men, I just feel like my life wouldn't be where it's at right now. You know, I would have been that follow, would have go follow what everybody else was doing. You know what I'm saying? It was many days I came to Uncle Ronald and just cried to him, like in a way where he understand me better than my own parents did. You know what I'm saying? So God put people in your life for a reason, and when those people talking, you need to listen.
Oh, you know what's crazy? Like, we've been knowing each other literally our whole life.
Facts.
And you never understand, like, what another person going through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They
you don't see that
testimony.
side of a person. You only see the person that you see at school every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at you like, man, dude get fresh. You know what I'm saying? Dude get the female. It's all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're looking at it like, well, this the struggle he going through.
Facts.
And you know what I'm saying? So that's really crazy to me, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, we were talking about that. That is really crazy, but you know, it's a great feeling. Like years later, for us to still be able to come together and still have that same kind of genuine love.
Real
love
facts.
is genuine. You know?
So how do you feel about like what's your take on the teachers being so undervalued?
Man,
I seen something today. They were saying, oh, the cameras, the school cameras gonna be turned on, and somebody posted and was like, man, the money that you make from them tickets need to go to them teachers because they so undervalued. It's a shame.
So one of the reasons why I lost interest in teaching was because it took away a lot of time away from my kids, and it took away as many hats that they hold, man. And some of those situations, I'm one of them people that bring their work home, and it was some of them kids, man. Like those statistics are true. Like the kid would be fresh, and the mama be clean the kid would be dirty, and the mama be clean. Like you know what I mean? You trying to tell a mama about their child, and mama trying to holler at you, like crazy stuff. But it was like, it helped you understand why these children were so lost. Like, you know what I mean? But bro, like it just put me in a space where I had to understand I wanted to create my own way for myself, because I felt like I was pouring myself into another man's dream.
Facts. So at what point did you say, like, you know what, I'm like teaching is cool, but I want to be an entrepreneur?
No cap, bro. Nobody don't know this, bro. I'm the only one that know this. I went to jail, bro.
And that's what made you change it up?
I went to jail, bro. I got caught with 20 pounds of weed, bro. I'm so grateful for saying it, for being able to say it, because that's not the person I am anymore. Like who I am and who is not who I am now. You know what I'm saying? So I got caught with 20 pounds of weed, bro. I did like almost 5-6 months in jail. And like, man, God really good, man. Them people gave me my job back when I went back to the school. But when they gave me my job back, the whole time in jail, it had me thinking like, man, like my life is really in another man's hands. And that pushed me to entrepreneurship. You get what I'm saying? So I asked myself what it is about doing this that you genuinely like, because it wasn't the money. Because I was working a great job. I was 1 foot in and 1 foot out for a very long time, and people ain't know. You get what I'm saying? And it was the entrepreneurship. I like doing what I want when I want it. If I had a job, I wasn't worrying about the job that much, because I understood, like, I make money on the side. You know what I mean? For whoever doing this right now, I'm speaking to you. You could take that same energy you putting into selling whatever, and put it into creating a business and pushing your business and making that money the right way. New Orleans is a scary place. Just doing those kind of things is scary, because once you reach the scale I was on, bro, like you looking over your shoulder, like you paranoid. You know, you so deep in, like you ain't even trying to tell nobody.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like a burden been lifted off my shoulders. Like, And God touching me in a way now where I take that same energy, my organization skills, my OCD, the OC things I have that's OCD-ish about me, you know what I'm saying? My structure, I put all that into these books. You get what I'm saying? And now I know for a fact I'm not tearing my community down. I'm rebuilding it because I'm reformed.
Right. So going from a teacher to an entrepreneur, the first thing you did was start a tax business, right?
Facts.
That was your first.
So the first thing I had to do was sacrifice, bro. Because teachers, they might be undervalued, but they make more than the average person. So it's like I was making like 25 an hour, plus I was the head coach, one of the head coaches. That's an extra. That's another grant. You get what I'm saying? And I was staying with my grandmother, so it's like I wasn't spending as much. So but it really it had to help me understand that in order to want something, you have to sacrifice something.
Yeah.
Like you can't just think that you're gonna gain success from something without sacrificing nothing. Like you gotta give a sacrifice, and my sacrifice was that job. But I could say honestly, I went through that season where I had to manage my bread and stuff. But once I really found out what my passion was, I was able to hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? Because I paid my dues.
Facts. So why taxes, though?
So I chose taxes because, man, shout out to Wanto Joseph, bro. I don't care if this every interview, man. That's one of my closest friends. That's been my friend since I was 10 years old, man. Like one of my best friends. And dude believed in me when nobody did. You know what I mean? Like I went to bro and I was like, bro, I won't do taxes because that's something that you have to do. Everybody got to get their taxes done once a year, but every year. So I knew that that business will never go out. You get what I'm saying? So I chose to do that. Me and bro did that for the first year, and we saw how easy it was, and decided to part ways respectfully. You know what I mean? Like that's my brother, man. I appreciate you for believing in me, bro. Because him believing in me gave me that step of faith I needed. Because as an entrepreneur, you understand that first leap of faith is over with. After that, you could create everything, anything else. Like me being an author, I've been an author 7 months. I didn't know nothing about this, but I put it in the form of a business. Like I ain't know nothing about taxes or vending machines or Airbnbs, but I did my research. I studied. I did the pros and the cons, and I asked myself if do I really see this being my passion, and playing my hand correctly, God been blessing me.
So you no longer do taxes at all?
I do taxes.
You still do?
Man, bro, I'm a multi-entrepreneur. Like I don't feel as if I hit my peak yet. So I'm still putting in this work. Like I own a tax business, I own a vending machine business. I sacrificed my Airbnb business to move to Houston for the books. So I shut that down, so I got the books going. But I also work a 9 to 5. I work from 7 o'clock at night to 5 in the morning, 6 days a week, doing security.
So going to the vending machine business, because I did see you got a vending machine business in Georgia. What made you feel like, man, well, because me, I look at it like, I read something that was like, the average millionaire got 7 streams of income. And for every stream, for every bill you have, you need a different stream of income to take care of that bill, plus your profit. So what made you feel like, you know what I'm saying, I want to do vending machines and stuff like that?
It was really for passive income, but I didn't want to be one of them people that create a business just to say I have a business. Like, I don't want to own 7 businesses just to be like, I own 7 businesses. You know what I mean? It was more of me just wanting to find something that I knew I would like, that'll be less work. So I would like work smarter, not harder. So I poured into vending machines because a good asset of mine is I'm a good people's person. So if I go into your shop and I see you ain't got no vending machine, I'm gonna come talk to you and let you know it's a favor for a favor, because a lot of people don't know certain things unless you educate them. So, and once I was able to do that, like I got like 6 right now, 5 or 6. No, I got 5. I have 5. I have 2 at 2 different. I have 3 at 2 different tire shops, and my other 2 is at a condo complex in Atlanta. Me and my business partner.
I know that condo complex get plenty of foot traffic.
Yeah.
So that's big right there. So what helped you gain like the knowledge of financial literacy?
Man, me wanting more for myself, and me really wanting to break my family generational curse. Like, my family is hard working people. Like, they work, but I respect hard working people because it take a lot to go to a job every day. You get what I'm saying? A 9 to 5 job, it take a lot, bro. Like, it's like those people are undervalued because entrepreneurship is so high now. But man, those people, it take a lot of discipline to do that. Cause me, I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not that I couldn't. My discipline is not there. But man, yeah, I couldn't.
Nah, I feel the same way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still work too, and it just be like going in there and knowing, like, as long as you got a boss, they literally could tell you whatever they want to tell you. You gotta take that because you need your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta humble yourself at all times and just move around kind of.
Like right now, like, I take my job serious and I look at it like I'm not leaving my job until I sign a real deal. Like, don't get my accolades misconstrued. Like, misconstrued. I'm sorry, but all these accomplishments, I'm thankful, but I'm not where I know I could be at.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, people have a misunderstanding of just because you have a lot, they think you got a lot. Like, man, no, I have a real family. Like, you know, I make sure my mom is straight, my grandmother's straight. Like, make sure my children straight. Like, at that, like, my job is like, that's my money. Like, you get what I'm saying? And that pay my bills. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still chasing my dreams. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I want everybody to understand, man. Like, create you a business and stay on your job. And when you blow, then you know, leave respectfully. But don't pour all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
You still chasing. You know what I mean?
So you become an entrepreneur, you do taxes, then you get into your vending machines and your Airbnb and stuff. At what point did you decide I'm gonna become a rapper?
So man, so one of the kids I mentored, the first kid I ever mentored, got killed through gun violence, and that was the first time I ever went through depression. And I'm talking about, like, I was drinking large consumptions of alcohol a lot.
Did you know you was depressed, or were you just trying to get away from your fear, like your thoughts?
I knew I was depressed, but I ain't kept. You get what I'm saying? It's like, as men, we are told to hold so much in to the point where that's killing us in the inside for real. You get what I'm saying? It's like, don't get me wrong, like, my pops right here, man, like, he wouldn't know I'm going through something unless he look at me sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not because I don't want to tell you, it's because it's been in, like, when you're a kid, that's embedded in you. Like, man, suck that up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but.
And even with women, like, you know what I'm saying, you'll tell them something, and it just be like,
big facts.
Yeah, man, how you gonna complain?
Are you seen weak? Like,
yeah,
I'm not weak. You know what I mean? It take a real man to, like, you know what I mean, to pour his feelings out. You know, I don't condone crybabies, but I do understand if a man is hurting, you know, let it out, bro.
Right.
Because there's a lot of men, like, what people don't know is the suicide rate for men is way higher than women. Because men don't have nobody to vent to. Like, you know, my real brother right here. Many days I had to pray over him, he had to pray over me. You know what I'm saying? But that prayer, just us being able to come to each other, I might have saved him, he might have, like, as many days he saved me, he don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's for real, man. It don't take nothing for nobody to put a gun to their head, kill themselves.
Right. I don't understand. I don't think y'all understand how big it is.
Imagine this example. Like, how would you feel if your partner had his last conversation with you and when it shot himself in the head because he felt like he couldn't cry to you?
Right. That's what I was about to say. I don't think y'all understand how big it is. That even just to be able to cry. I mean, not even just cry, like, but express your feelings. You know what I'm saying? The express your feelings and like, it's big to be able, like you said, he prayed over you and stuff like that. Like, bro, we on the younger side of the generation, you know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, they'll give you advice, man. But as far as saying, come on, man, it's pretty good. Like that's big.
It's really like, I don't mean to go back to this, but it's the company you keep, bro. It's like the friendships I have now, I still have those same friendships with those same group of men, to where, for example, one of my best friends, Jonathan Thomas, you know what I mean, Mr. 44, he put like me growing up in the church. Just because you grew up in the church, don't mean you always receive everything the pastor's saying. It don't mean that like you go gain your own relationship. You go gain your own relationship with God. You go gain your own relationship with God. However you want to gain that relationship with Him. You get what I'm saying? But it's like you need those kind of friends around you that believe in God, that know that you need to go pray, bro. Let me pray with you. You know what I mean? Like me having him in my life helped me understand my relationship with God even better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very thankful for him and his family.
So speaking of your friend, Mr. 44 JT, you know what I'm saying? What was his influence as far as like you getting closer to God?
His family, just the way he was raised. Like JT was raised in a real grateful environment, man. That is rare to have those kind of parents, bro. You know what I'm saying? Moms, GM, his brother, his sister, they all are raised though. Like nobody's perfect, but they're raised the correct way to understand that life only revolves around one person. And once you understand your purpose, you're able to live what he's asking you to do through him. So everything I do is for God. If I drink this water, that's for him in God's name. If I eat, that's in his name. You know what I'm saying? Like everything I do is for him. And that helped me understand my purpose. And my purpose is to help these children understand that you don't have to be a rapper, an athlete. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to be in the entertainment industry to be able to get your family out the hood, to be able to break a generational curses, to be able to allow your family to be financially free. We have our mindset to where we have to be rich. No, man, I want my family to be financially free. You know what I mean? Meaning we ain't worried about no bills. Everybody's life is a good life. I don't have to be the richest, but I just don't want to be the brokest.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For real. So you become an author. How long did it take you to actually write this book?
Man, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, God really good, bro.
And you 7 months in, like that's big. That's like picture
so,
a rapper that's 7 months into rapping and he get a record deal.
Shout out for 9.
Shout out for 9. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it just like that's big, bro.
Man, yeah, shout out for 9. God touching him. But yeah, man. Honestly, bro, like it is sometimes I look at my book and be forgetting I wrote it. Like I wrote that book in 3 days. I started on a Friday. And I chose steps because I could always go back to the book and understand exactly where I was at in the book with steps. So one day I might have wrote 3 steps and I'm gonna write the other. Like, you know. And
did you have your title before you actually wrote it, or you wrote it?
Bro, I still got the same notebook. I showed him the first steps. It was crying time, really crying, cause I had to sacrifice my Airbnb business. My Airbnb business was doing good in Atlanta. But you know, like I said, with every sacrifice comes a blessing. And once you start understanding that concept, you start understanding now what I'm gonna sacrifice. You get what I'm saying? The blessing not gonna come right now, but I know it's gonna come.
Thanks. So we got the 8 steps of becoming an entrepreneur for kids. And even though it's for kids, I feel like if an adult read it and they're not an entrepreneur, but they seek entrepreneurship.
That was my goal.
They still once they read it, like you could read it to your kid and you be like, man, I could do this better. I need to do more of this. You know what I'm saying? Like so, we got the 8 steps. Is pick something you have a passion for, create goals, create routines to complete each goal, work hard, complete each goal, big or small, stay disciplined, keep positive mindset / enjoy the process. And believe in yourself.
That boy good, huh? Good.
So, did you take these exact steps to become where you at right now?
You gotta live it to write it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was an entrepreneur first, and I was a teacher first, and I was an entrepreneur second. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, when tragedy struck me, and I went through that depression, I wanted to go back to teaching so bad. So I'm contemplating, praying on it, we're talking to God, and I'm like, just give me. I don't want to go back to teaching because I understood all the cons it had for me, right? So it's like, these children need to still feel this impact. So that's what made me come up with the book. So that's why I have the book in the classroom setting. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to really teach this new generation all the goals, all the values we had. You know what I mean? Like, really creating a business is not hard. You just believing in yourself, and you'll be surprised the way God will use you once you put yourself into Him and believe in yourself.
See, I look at it like it's basically a hustle. No matter, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're passionate
but once
about
you put
it.
once you understand the blueprint of hustling, you can put that blueprint
Into
to anything.
anything. You can really sell. You can sell concrete, and you know what I'm saying. Like any
You sell dirt, bro.
dirt, bro.
Yeah,
as long
real
as you
dirt.
know how to sell it, you gonna sell it. And you know what I'm saying.
saying?
You're not no messed up person. Like you're not no
Bro, I
nasty
can sell
person.
water to a well,
Man.
bro. I can sell ice to an Eskimo.
Real talk. So you printed this book, you got it published and stuff like that, and it went crazy once it actually dropped.
I did not think it was gonna blow up
Man.
like that, bro. I like that, but this is my thing. Like, you can't be afraid once you pray for something. I put real tears in this, like real days. I cried contemplating because in Houston I stayed by myself, and like you still got a life. So I mean I still had to pay bills and keep my living a certain way. So it's like, man, that's hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? With all your family and your loved ones in New Orleans, like I have nobody to recharge me. So that's why like my relationship with God grew even stronger, because it was like I had to understand it was just me and Him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that really helped me through my process.
So what changed once your book was published?
Man, man, it's just like everything just started changing like every month, bro. Like, so once my publishing company showed me how to check my stuff, like how to check like every time I made a site, man, I like one month I checked, it was like at 14. Then there's like I started like once you a first author, you get excited, so you start checking every day. But once you understand the process, you start checking every month and stuff like that. But man, I was checking every week, and then I'm like, bro, it was jumping, bro, like jumping, like I'm actually seeing myself, like my book all in Argentina, different countries, like it's really global.
And like, how many sites you was on when you first started?
I was on 3.
On 3.
I was on Barnes and Nobles, Kindle, and Amazon. Then I ended up getting a deal with Walmart, Books A Million, and Half Price Books, Booktopia. Then it's like some companies go sign you because they see you sign to this big companies. Google ended up signing me. I'm signed to Apple. Like if you go on your phone and ask Siri to pull my book up, she's pulling it straight up. Like if you go on your iBooks, like my book, and type my title in, it's in the iBooks. Like I'm signed to Apple. But one thing I really want people to, like children to understand, is being an author, you get royalty checks. So my book is on 145 sites around the world.
I was just about to say, you go
That's
from 3 to 145 in months.
And you know what I mean? That's 145 checks I'm gonna get once a month for the rest of my life off one book.
So, how did you explain? Well, first, tell me what's your daily routine.
So I get up, I get on the prayer line. Uncle Ron, he created a prayer line. My pops, he created this prayer line, and that's how I recharge my battery. You get what I'm saying? Me being by myself, that's how I recharge my battery. So after I get off the prayer line, I read my Bible. You know what I'm saying? I pray. I get that out. I take my time out and really give it to him. After that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. So it's not every day. Out of 7 days, 5 days for sure. You get what I'm saying? But bro, I get up and I have like 18 dry erase boards in my house, broke down into 3 different parts of my life. So it's personal, business, and books. So each day I get up, I look and see what's next on my list to knock off. I'm trying to knock everything off.
Did you read any books to to make you like become a better entrepreneur and stuff like that?
What that is, Rob? Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
That's the one.
Rich Dad,
That's
Poor
the one.
Dad. Like even though people hype that book up, that book is worth the hype.
Yeah, for sure. I read it too. It changed my life.
Think and Go Rich. Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. It just teaches you like the power of manifestation, and if you stay disciplined to something that you want to manifest, it's go come. Like a lot of people don't understand, like stuff don't come because they wasn't patient enough. You know what I'm saying? Like patience is a virtue. Like that's all stuff we used to hear when we was kids. Like
Right.
company you keep, patience is a virtue. Pray every day. But if you understand growing up as you get older, like the more you do those things, the more success is gonna come to you like a magnet. I watch dudes fight for success because they're not really aligning everything the right way. Bro, you can't do something and not mention God, bro. Whatever religion that you're in, like I'm proud to mention God all the time because I know for a fact He moving mountains for me. It's only been 7 months, bro. I ain't even been in this thing a year yet, and I done touched accolades that people that's been doing this for 7 years didn't touch. And I'm very humble about that because I understand who it's coming from. You know what I mean?
So how did your daily routine change?
So my daily
being,
routine,
from being a teacher to being an entrepreneur.
man, drastically, because I get more freedom to myself. You know what I mean? But when I'm by myself, bro, like I think about what I could do next. Like I don't never focus on what I'm doing now because what I'm doing now will get crossed off the list regardless. You know what I mean? Like always thinking about your next move. Like so, my biggest thing is utilizing my time in the most positive way. You know what I'm saying? For example, like once I finish one accolade, I don't go back to the drawing board and be like, man, what I gotta do next? I already got it written down. You get what I'm saying? I break the year down into quarters, like first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So it's like I could be done with my second quarter goals, and the second quarter might not even be over. I might be working on my third quarter goals while the second quarter's still going. And by the time I get to the end of the year, you wondering why I accomplished so much because I broke everything down. Like, you know, them little steps count because them little steps make big steps.
Facts. So what made you, like once you became an author, what made you say my targeted demographic is kids as opposed to
Because
I could teach grown-ups.
My thing is like, I feel like people would listen to my message if it wasn't for the kids. But I genuinely want the younger generation to understand that they hold value, they hold worth. A lot of these kids feel like they ain't nothing, so they only following who they feel like got it. Like, but not even knowing like what that person probably had to go through to get it, or what they probably had to do to get it. Like, probably had to sell their soul to get it. You know what I mean?
Their everyday struggle.
You know what I mean?
See
So
when
it's
people
like,
go inside and look in the mirror, you never see that.
exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like, I look at it like, if these kids go follow somebody, son, I want them to follow somebody that they can actually relate to, cause I wasn't perfect, bro. Like, a great friend of mine, bro, always tell me, D, you walked in the water dirty and walked out clean. And it can happen for anybody. You just gotta want that shit for yourself.
So for an entrepreneur, can you explain like the significance of having a targeted demographic as
Man,
opposed
everybody
to
got a
stuff?
kid. And if you don't have a kid, you know somebody with a kid. You get what I'm saying? So that's why kids was my target. But just because I'm talking to a kid, I also understood that I could be educating the adult. So if you sit down reading my book to your kid, I'm actually educating you and your child. So once you get to the end of the book, I'm helping you and your child understand, like, the more you believe in your daughter go believe in herself. And the more she believe in herself, the more she go chase her passion, what she's meant to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, parents can't get mad at their children if they're failing, because you have to understand your child is a representation of you. If my child failing, that means I'm failing. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're failing as a parent, if you feel like you can't reach your child the best way, read them a book. Like, take your time out your day and point to your child. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we can't say the kids are the future if we're not even trying to point to them.
Facts. So, in New Orleans, how you feel like we could slow the violence in the youth and stuff? You know, we got a lot going on right now.
Like I told you right before we did this, keeping the community cleaner. Because the safer these children, the more these children understand that they're only kids. Like, these children trying to live adult lifestyles and ain't even get a chance to live their life yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these children dying at 14, 15, 16 are going to jail for murder, capital murder. You know what I mean? Big ass felonies. Are you 15 and 16 and you a felon? So now you ain't even give your 20s a chance. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the biggest things to me was just helping these children really know, like, make the right decisions now. You won't have to focus on dealing with the consequences later. Because it's like these children dying and they ain't even getting a chance to really experience life. So, I feel like I'm from them same trenches. So, like I keep saying it because that's really like how I feel. If you can relate from me, if you want to follow anybody, follow me. You know what I mean? Like, stay true to who you are, because people will respect you more for who you are than who you trying to be. For real, for real.
So what you think the political leaders could do to help better the situation?
Pour more into the people that they see the children are influenced by. Like, it's actual reality. Like, man, them children not gonna listen to the politicians. They not. But like I said, are you touching the parents? Are you touching the community leaders? Are you, like, you know what I mean? Pour into those people and help those people pour into the kids. It's a trickle of, like, it's like a trickle effect. Like even if you can't touch them, well, then if I can't touch you and I know he could touch you, I'm gonna touch him.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? But you're not even trying to touch him to touch the kids. Like, if we want better for these children, bro, we want these children to slow down with the murder rate and all that, man. We can't be afraid to pour into these kids. Like, some of these kids might just need, like, for example, like, if one of these kids pick up my book and I was able to just touch one kid, I feel like I did my part. Or even if I was able to change their perspective on how they view life, I feel like I did my part.
So your next book you got coming out with Gritty.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to Gritty.
Explain, like, how is it to, like, not only just touch the youth, but just people who never even probably thought, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sure if you ever wanted to be an author or not.
Yeah.
Just people who probably never even thought that they could be an author. How significant is that to you?
I ain't really choose to be an author, but once it chose me, and I became purposeful. Once I found my purpose, it helped me understand, like, put your people on. A real boss put his people on. And I don't need I don't need all the credit. I can chef. Because at the end of the day, like, my foot already in the dough. But if I'm able to take your hand and put you in the dough with me, like, come on, dough, then I feel like I ain't just following my purpose, but I'm helping change, breaking the generational curse in your family. I'm the first author in my family. You'll be the first author in your family. So, like, I'm doing a book with Gritty right now, and I got other collabs coming with other people, like LaDante Lotz. That's a great friend of mine. You know what I mean? Real good man, bro. From Baton Rouge, he owned a company called Jigga Robots, and he was on Shark Tank. I'm writing a book for him. Like I said, he owned a fitness company, and the book is about mental health awareness, because he talks about mental health a lot. You know what I mean? And in the book, I'm explaining that I'm teaching kids different exercises they can do to decrease their mental health anxiety levels. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. And the book with Gritty is, I use Gritty as an acronym. You get what I'm saying? So the G stand for something, the I stand for something, the D stand, like, everything stand for something. I can't really remember offhand, bro, but it's teaching kids how to believe in themselves so they can become successful. You know what I mean?
So, can you explain, like, the significance of branding yourself for an entrepreneur?
It's important, man, and it's important for the people around you to help to brand you as well. Like I said, Instagram ain't nothing but a click of a button, and I don't watch some people be in people DMs, like, really asking for help, and people wouldn't even click a button for them. Like, it ain't no way I could love you and say you my brother, and you create a business, and I don't even support your business. Like, I like designing stuff like everybody else, you know what I mean? But I understand what wearing my people stuff not just do for me, but it do for my people, especially because I know I have a voice. You know what I mean? Like, right now, shout out to Ray, man. Ray on No Pain. I'm one of his brand ambassadors, man. Bro, make sure I'm laced up with the gift. Shout out to World Vision. World Vision be blessing me to it. You know what I mean? Call my leader. That's my best friend. Man. Shout out to World Vision. Shout out to DSA. That's bro right there. You know what I mean? Everything I wear is my people stuff, bro. Like, I might get designer accessories, but I just feel like, why not support your people? Because that's all you have at the end of the day is your people. I don't know Fendi. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Louis. I don't know Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to pay $1,000 for a pair of jeans. I could call bro and he go, you know? It's not about, you know, what you wearing. It's how you put that on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Real talk. So, what you think is more valuable, $1 million in cash or 700 plus credit score?
700. Because I'm going to get $1 million in cash off that 700 credit score.
And, what do you want to be remembered as?
A visionary. I want to be remembered as a God-fearing visionary.
So elaborate, like.
So a visionary is a person who is able to manifest whatever he visioned. I'm not trying to change the world, but I want to leave my imprints on it. You know what I mean? I understand that you can't help everybody, but the people God allowed me to touch, I'm gonna go touch them. You know what I mean?
So as far as an author, because I know you're an entrepreneur, but just being specific with an author, what do you see yourself in your writing in the next 5 years?
What? Steve Harvey, Ellen DeGeneres.
Steve the GOAT, bro.
Man.
Real talk.
Steve Harvey is one of my biggest mentors. I listen to him a lot. But I just, Earn Your Leisure, I listen to them a lot. 19 Keys, I listen to him a lot. But I mean, I want my book to really touch, my book will touch the black community. Definitely in 5 years. They still gonna be talking about this book for a very long time. Cause I understand I'm the only one that's doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see nobody else wanting to help these kids. But it's fine, they got somebody. I'm their voice.
So you talked about royalties earlier on in the interview. Before we go, can you tell people exactly what royalties is and how does it work?
So every platform that my book is blessed to touch, I get a check from that company once a month, no matter if it's 25 cents, $25, $25, $100, $200, whatever it is, I get that once a month for the rest of my life, and that's just off of one book. So, you know, I got more books coming, but each book, so it's like, that's 145 doors already open. So when my next book come out, I already know my book will touch them sites, and I know them royalties coming too. So, you know, God's good.
Fact. So does that make you feel like, man, let me work harder so I can get more product out there?
It's just like, let me work smarter, because I ain't rushing. Patience is a virtue. Like, I wrote my first 6 months in Houston, I wrote 4 books. Already 5.5 for real, but I ain't done with one of, like, the 5th one. I'm like halfway done with it, but yeah, man, I wrote 4 books though, man. And like I said right now, I could drop all my books. I'm not in no rush though. Like, I'm enjoying the process, because once you understand the enjoyment of the process, it helps you understand who you are. You know what I mean? When adversity come, I know how to shape that, because I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when this happened, I know how to deal with that, because I've been through that. But if I do all this at one time, it's like you putting too much food on your plate. You know, take your time, man. Enjoy it. Because once you enjoy it, you'll never have to think about a destination.
I appreciate you for pulling up.
Man, I appreciate you,
Mr.
dog. You know the
Shout out to
vibe,
Mr.
man.
Ronald. You know what I'm
Shout out to
Uncle
Pops,
Ronald,
man. Love you,
Barbershop,
Pops.
Real talk. This is where you need to go.
Shout
get
out
your
to the
haircut,
fam. I
bro.
love y'all. Mom, sis, pop side, mom side. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that Perline in the morning, man. Y'all helped me through many dark days, man. But most importantly, shout out to the Joe's Podcast, season 5. We always repping that 5, season 5, man. So I love you to the death, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
The feeling's definitely mutual, dog. We're going to do a real podcast. You dig? This was just to promote the book and stuff. Man, when we get in there, bro, I'm going to hit you with so many topics. Your head going to be spinning,
Hey,
bro.
I'm tweaking.
You dig? So we got that coming up. I appreciate you, dog, once again.
Appreciate
you know
you,
what I mean? Much success. You know what I'm saying? I'm wishing you the best. And then we out.
Man, we out.